The fifth set will be played on Akilon Wastes. Spawning in the top left-hand position as the, hold on a second, Parting going for an aggressive proxy early on in the game here, sending his first probe out. That generally means he's gonna go for a gateway proxy.
Hey, you know, we started at 4:30 p.m. today. You know, right now the time in Korea is 6:43. Zest, let's go home. I want to have dinner exactly at 7:00.
All right, well, we're going to have to see if it works. Zest, he's known for overall being a pretty solid and safe player, and in PvP, he's a pretty good man. Yeah. He's a pretty good PvP player.
Now, we do have a proxy coming down, so while this is happening, I want to explain a little bit more about the situation with SK Telecom T1 winning today. If they win, then EGTO gets knocked out for sure. Kespa teammate and CJ Entus gets put in an awkward position where they want SK Telecom T1 to win every other matches at 0-4. Because the win difference between the two teams, you know, between SK Telecom T1 and CJ and SK Telecom T1 and Kespa teammate is going to be so huge that even if SK Telecom T1 loses all their matches after winning one today, then even if they win and lose everything else today, they need to lose 0-4 to make sure that CJ or Kespa teammate has a chance.
All right. Okay, so
now that's out of the way.
Now that's out of the way. Gotta explain. The Zest, he scouted his main base for proxies, but he didn't scout the natural. Parting going for the double gate. Expand, he's getting a gas behind this as well. Very interesting. Yeah.
So this is pretty much the 1 Zala 2 Stalker all-in.
Yeah. See, he's still building 2. All right, there we go. He's getting the core behind this as well. Yep. That's pretty much confirms it right there.
Now, if you can hide it until the very last second, this build is going to work out perfectly.
Yeah, indeed. The key, though, is hiding it. And Zest, you know, he's playing like there's not a proxy coming this way. That's the thing. And also, when there's a lot on the line and you scout your main base,
if he builds a Zala, then he can still defend it, because remember, you can still buy enough time to get the militia core out. You could use the probes to surround some stalkers here and there to buy enough time to get the Nexus cannon down. But if he doesn't have a Zala, then he has no answer against the initial Zala coming from Parting right now.
All right, Parting sending out the first Zealot. He's making 2 stalkers behind this.
Well, here's the first Zealot. Now, Zest is like, something is up.
So the first Zealot, it's going to kind of stifle the mining time a little bit for Zest here, and he's just got to defend against this perfectly. Losing a single probe there, doesn't want to lose too much more, and Parting has to be very careful, does not want this all being surrounded here. The militia core is now out. We have a Stalker on the way, but the 2 Stalkers for Parting are out, and it's going to come down the micro. He can't let his units get surrounded by the probes.
Yeah, so now he really needs to make sure he kills a lot of probes before the mothership cannon goes down, as 1 Stalker is out from his opponent, Zest. For now, he's going to pull out the Zala, does get surrounded.
All right, additional Stalkers are being constructed from both players here. I love the high ground pylon from Parting here. This is going to allow him to hit the units on the high ground as well, and the work count has been pretty much equalized at this point. Parting now taking an advantage, 11-9. He also has a Stalker advantage. There's no energy for the militia core yet, and we do have equal production Stalker-wise. Time Warp goes down as well. Is going to try to kill off one of these Stalkers, but only one is picked off here, and we have a sentry on the way now for our KT player. His militia core almost picked off here, very low on health.
Yeah, but this is so great for Parting right now. The militia core is really low on HP. There's only 2 Stalkers, and look at the probe count, 11 probes to 6 probes right now.
And the Stalker count as well, and the advantage of Parting.
No more Nexus cannon.
No more Nexus cannon. Parting's going to press forward here. He should be able to pick off a Stalker, and the militia core should follow shortly afterwards. 1 Stalker falls from Parting's end, but he still has the advantage, and I think he has just enough units. Mothership core going down as well. There's a Zealot and a sentry left, but Parting continuing to reinforce here. And GG is called. Parting with a quick, decisive victory. Defeats Zest, and SK Telecom wins 4-1 over KT Rolster.
You know, compared to their last match against STXO and EGTO, this was dominating performance.
Oh! Parting with the ceremony, doing the gentleman dance there.
Father gentleman, as Parting takes 4-1 victory against KT Rolster.
Very nice. I always love the ceremonies from Parting. And then the nice thumbs up. Good job.
You know what? But I still have to give it 8 out of 10 because Parting did not go for the one shot of Pocari Sweat.
I don't care about that, man.
Just had bit.
His execution in game was flawless.
Phenomenal.
His phenomenal was great.
And also, what I really want to praise Parting about is that he did not go for the Mother Support. Instead, he knew that if he killed a lot of probes after Zest pulled every single one of his probes, he knew that Zest was not going to have enough economy to a point where even if he got the Nexus Cannon down, the second wave of units from Parting would have killed Zest anyways.
Well, I got some good news and bad news for you guys. The good news, if you're an SK Telecom fan, is they win 4-1. The bad news is you don't get to see Bisu play in the next set, and
you had to go for that one.
I did. And EGTL, unfortunately, they're unable to advance to the playoffs now. They can still move up in the rankings and not be last place, but they can't get top 4, which means that we won't see them in the playoffs.
So this is what EGTL needs to do right now. They're out. Well, they need to start dragging some teams out of top 4 positions.